One of the things I love about landscape photography is every shoot, every trip, every image is unique and different. No matter how many times you shoot a location, it's never the same twice. And today I'm at a location I've been to a load of times, although I haven't been here for about 6 or 7 months. I'm at El Banyets. It's nice and early in the morning, and I'm going to do some photography and see what kind of images I can get. Hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Okay, I've just set up a composition here looking out across the baths. We've got some quite nice tones over in the background, some sort of wispy cloud running across. I'm probably going to crop out some of the sky because the top of the sky looks a little bit dull, just blue, but there's some lovely patterns out there. I'm actually going to do 3 exposures here. I'm going to do 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. 3 minutes to bring out as much shadow detail as I can in the rocks, 2 minutes kind of in the middle for the sea, and 1 minute to capture detail in the sky, and then we'll blend them all together later. Now I've set my tripod height so that this rocky bit sticking out here is fairly high up towards the horizon, but still with enough of a gap that you can see the sea between it and the horizon. There's a beautiful sky over there. I'm doing a quick wide angle shot with sort of like the rocky area in the foreground and then the sea kind of curving out and around to the background, keeping it wide angle. It's only about 3 seconds. I could do with a bit more, so I'm going to whack a filter on quickly to shoot this, and then I'm going to do a telephoto shot of that scene as well. Popped on a 3-stop ND filter. That's going to let me get a 30-second exposure, which will flatten the sea out nicely. Oh, that sky is looking really nice. There were some gorgeous tones out in the sky there. We had the Sierra Elada mountain pretty much in silhouette, a little part of the hills with some of the buildings of Benidorm in, and then there was kind of a band of fog or something sitting kind of wrapping around the lower part of the Sierra Elada mountain, and I got a telephoto lens on Because it's quite hazy in the background there just wasn't enough contrast for the autofocus to work, so no problem. Bit of manual focusing just to get that dialed in. Hopefully I've got that nice and tight. Looks pretty good, and yeah, I think that'll make for quite a nice image. I like that. I was going to go for a longer exposure, but the colour was fading so quickly. I wanted to get it while it was still quite vibrant. And by the time I'd taken one shot, the colour was fading already. Some beautiful tones out here, but we're just not quite getting the light up that I thought we might get. But we'll have to see what happens around sunrise. For a slightly more detailed shot, there's this kind of part of the bath and it's got like a cutout, almost an arch running underneath it. There's a little bit of light coming through there. So I've got in reasonably close vertical composition, low down. So we've got the arch, we've got a bit of water in front of it, a bit of water behind, and then the sky in the background, which has actually lost a lot of its colour. And we're almost at sunrise now, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. I've got a 6-stop ND on to flatten the water out, and what I might do is do a shorter exposure just for the sky, because I think it might just blow the highlights a little bit, but we'll see. I love it that every single landscape photography shoot is different and unique, because whenever you come to a place, you may compose the scene differently. You may use different focal lengths, you may use different exposure times. But beyond that, because we're out in nature, even if we were like in a town, but the weather plays a part in it. So different cloud patterns, different amount of cloud, the way the light falls, it all makes every single photo shoot unique and different. And that's one of the things I always love about photography and about, you know, doing photography outside, and apart from just being out, which is of course always lovely. So I decided to do one more shot here looking towards the sun. Well, I think that's me about done for the morning. The sun's quite high now. The light's not particularly great at this point, and by the time it kind of gets up through the clouds, it's going to be far too harsh for shooting out here. Besides, I think it's time for breakfast and coffee. I wanted to come back out to this location again today because it is one that I haven't visited for a number of months, and the conditions that I had here today were totally different to the last time I was here, which was probably totally different to the time before and the time before that. And you know, I may have made similar compositions, maybe even almost identical compositions on previous occasions. But the fact that the conditions are different means that the photo shoot and the images will be different and unique. And I think it's worth bearing that in mind when we're sometimes stressing over finding brand new locations to visit. As the old saying goes, there's many a good tune played on an old fiddle. And this is kind of one of my old fiddles, because I do love coming here, and it's one of the places that I've visited numerous times in lots and lots of different conditions. Anyway, hopefully I've got some interesting images that you'll already have seen, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, well, likes, shares and comments are always really appreciated. If you've enjoyed the video and you want to see more of my stuff, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Check out the recommended viewing, and until the next video, thank you very much for watching. Bye.